All right, good morning. Today is Thursday, November 17th, 2022, and it's about a little past 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So what's going on with the markets here? So it looks like the markets actually did dip down overnight. I actually got an alert. I sent my alerts here, and it triggered my alert I think around 2:30 this morning, 2:30 a.m. And so the markets look like they're heading down. This is back down into the balance area. It looks like this one's starting to come down too. So as I mentioned before, that anything goes up like this, especially this hasn't been seen since 2020, 2 years ago, this kind of a move. It's got to at least retrace a little bit before it goes back up, if that's what it's going to do. But since we're in a bear market, I believe a couple things. We're in a bear market. The other thing is the Dow actually went pretty far extended, and like I said, it could break out, but it's pretty far extended now. Could come down to here and then start heading back up. Same thing with this, and to start heading up. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. It could happen, but I have my shorts in place, and let's say this came all the way down and hit somewhere around here. If it came down here, I would buy some more put options, and if it came down and hit here, depending on how the feeling is of that day, I would probably sell all my positions and get out. And then it'd probably bounce, and it might come down and break lower, or it bounce and might come up and go up higher. It depends on how long they want to drag this market out. And I don't know what their plan is, but basically, so far it looks like it's all going according to how these markets work. You know, like I said, this kind of move right here had no foundation at all. This is all news driven, and now it's coming back down. So everything looks like it's going to according to plan. And there's not really a lot to say about this other than, we're just going to wait and see. Let's see, another thing I mentioned yesterday, I bought some Lowe's, put options on Lowe's. Okay, here's a chart on Lowe's, and I had purchased up in here, actually somewhere, shorting this market. And so the reason why I shorted it, and let's see here, let me go into another chart. Daily chart. So you can see, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm just giving you an idea of how powerful these markets are as far as how much money you can actually make with this once you learn how to do this. And a daily chart, the market, again, this is what I explained yesterday, came down and hit, created this line, came down, bounced, made the line even stronger, came down and bounced again. So I bought up in here somewhere, and now the market's down. Let's see, it's down about $9 right now. So just give you an example and bring up. So I had bought Lowe's. You can see it was filled yesterday at 9:14 a.m. and at it's about an hour later, so the market's actually gone down more, but it filled here. Excuse me. And I only bought 10 contracts. That's it. Small order, and it was at $5.25, so I paid about $5,250 for this position. One day later, profit's already at $4,000. That's pretty good. So that's just for one day, and all I did was just place an order. So if you look here, when I bought, it was about $220. And so if you buy one share, it costs you $220. So let's just kind of round this off to even numbers. Let's just say it was $200 a share. And in order to make what I just made, $4,000, I'd have to buy, 600 shares? 6 times? Yeah, about 600 shares for it to go down $7 to gain $4,000. This is a rough estimate. And 600 shares times, let's say it was $200 just to keep things even. That's what, $120,000? More, of course, because I'm rounding this off. So you have to spend at least $120,000 to make $4,000. And, I guess that's okay because that's how the stock market works. But when you buy options, you can see here, I only spent $5,000 to make $4,000. And the way it is now, I'm just looking at my phone right now. I'm already up $5,000 because now it's down $9.17. So I'm already up $5,000. So in reality, I'm not up anything until I actually sell. I'd have to sell in order to make a profit. So if I were to sell right now, I'd make $5,000 on $5,000. I mean, that's pretty darn good. And that's how options work. They work on volatility. And there's a lot of volatility right now. And there's going to be a lot of volatility for the next, who knows, it could be even up to a year, several months at least, when this market starts heading down. And options are really good when it comes to something like that because you can double your money, triple, quadruple, depending on how many contracts you buy. And so the investment is very small. Of course, you have an expiration date, so you have to do all this within a certain time frame. Otherwise, it expires worthless. And so these options I buy are usually out at a minimum a month, but usually 2 months, sometimes 3 months. And this is out till December 22nd. And then it's not worth anything if I haven't made any profit on it. But like I said, because of these moves like this, and it came and hit this top, this was almost like a for sure bet, 99%. And sure enough, the market came down. So where's it going to go? I can hang on to these contracts until it gets down here if I wanted to, and I might do that. And, I can make, who knows, 20, 30,000 on this. Maybe not that much, but quite a bit, on these moves. And that's just one stock. I'm invested in several stocks and also indexes and also Bitcoin. So there's a leverage right there, just to give you an example how that works. I don't normally talk about how much I make, and I'm just giving you an example. If you guys ever want to get into options trading, there's a good example of that. Do those opportunities come up all the time? Yeah, pretty much, especially now. The market's so volatile. You can take other stocks here. Let's say Tesla went up quite a bit. And Tesla's down, it's only down $3. I mean, it's still a lot, but. So this one's. So this also might be a good buy here, shorting, fill in this gap. I can go into more detail about that, but this might be a good short here. See what Apple's doing. Apple looks like another good short also. Try Amazon. Amazon's on its way back down. Could be another good short right here. You know, there's a lot of opportunities here. This one popped up today in a bear market. We'll have to see about that. See how far down, how far up it's going to go until it stops. Bank of America popped out of its balance area. Now it's back in. So this could be a good short right here. You short right about here and wait for it to get down here. And if it pops back up, you get out of your short position and you take a small loss right in here. So it's a good play here. So many opportunities. I mean, it's just crazy how much. There's Etsy. Etsy's another good short. Came up here. I think that was 2 days ago. And now it's headed back down because it made this big move up. All right, so we're back with this, with the ES. And again, we're in a bear market. Got to keep that in mind. You know, market came down, came up, came down, came up. And it's following this pattern. So far, like I said, if it wants to become a bull market, it has to break this, at least come even with this, and then break it. And then I would say, okay, maybe we're in a bull market. But officially, it would have to break this high right here to be an official bull market. But we're pretty far from that. And because of the state of the economy of the entire world, that's not going to happen. You know, a report came out, I think today, or the other day, I'm not sure, and it said that the resale prices were up. You know, people are buying more product. Well, they didn't tell you the other half of the story, and that is credit card debt is up like something crazy, like 5 or 6 times, way more than it's ever been in history. So people are drawing from their credit cards to buy stuff, and that's why the resale is up. So they don't tell you that part. And of course, eventually those people are going to run out. They're going to max out their credit cards. So they're not going to have any more money. This market's just going to keep tumbling. Well, that. But they don't tell you that because they want you to stay in the market. That's what they want you to do. So anyway, I think that's it for now. We're just watching, see what happens, and see if it starts, if this is the beginning of this to come down. And so far my play is if it takes another bar down, which is tomorrow, I might buy. I might not because it's Friday. But if I do buy more positions, put options going down, then might sell in here. And the market might, that's if the market comes down, it hits here and bounces. It might bounce up a little bit before it continues down. Or it could come all the way up, but I would sell here and then pick up some more positions later on. But you'll see how this works out and how I have to see how it all plays out first, and then I make a decision on that. But right now, this is the decision I'm making. I'm going to wait. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll see if there is another bar down. If I am going to buy, I'll have to feel the sentiment of the market. Otherwise, I'll wait till Monday. So that's the play of the week, or the day, actually, so far. Okay, that's it. We'll talk later.